This is Jumbo Eccles from the UKL clan bringing you a 2v2 on Syrian Wedge. I played this with my clan THG. Actually, it's not my clan at all. I'm just part of it. It's a new clan, the Hekapelgrad. And yeah, having a good time there so far. We'll see if we turn out to be a good clan, or we're just gonna be a group of decent players. We shall see. Only time will tell, I suppose. So, I'm here with Austria. Allied with me is the Ottoman player Candy the Great. Opposing him will be THG King, playing as Russia, I believe. And opposing me is Alexandre, playing as France. So, for my army, 3 units of Cav, 5 units of Light, 3 semi-elites, including one Chevron Admiral's own, and a mixture of German Fusiliers and Hungarian Fusiliers and a German Grenadier. Let's slow down again. So the Ottoman Empire here wielded 4 Nazian credit, 2 Slaughter Guards, a corps of Nazian 1 credit infantry, a upgraded Samad Janissary of Bazooks and 4 slightly upgraded lights. King brought 3 slightly upgraded, no, these are not slightly upgraded. He brought 3 lights, a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 CAF units, which is a lot. 2 Lifeguard foot, Seminovsky Lifeguard, and a corps of 1 Moscow Musketeer and 3 standard musketeers, I believe. Yep. Alexandra brought a little guard regiment, 2 youngs, 2 olds, 4 chasseurs, 3 units of militia in total, and a backbone of switched foot, supported by some chasseurs, cheval, and 2 units of heavy cavalry. Actually, one of them was actually a lancer unit, I believe, yes. So a lancer, 2 chasseurs, a cheval, and a heavy cavalry unit of dragoons. So the beginning is a little bit sluggish, or it's not sluggish, it's slow to start off. So I decide to move in my Hungarian Fusiliers, get him into square. So my lights get charged. I kind of planned on this happening. I've got like 3, 4 lines, something like that, backing it up. The Cav is just gonna take a lot of casualties, which is definitely worth it, as I still have the numerical light and actually qualitative. Yeah, I think qualitative-wise, Grenzers are actually a good bit better than Chasseurs, so I just have the light advantage in general, and I don't mind losing a couple of them. I'd rather have some of his Cav gone, because his Cav is just basically the French strength, apart from the old guard. So King doing the wise thing, actually taking a bit of cover behind the hill. He knows he's outnumbered over here, and he decides to hang back. So this is the part of the game where everyone is wondering, like, well, what should we do? Should we do some attack, or should we hang back? So King and Alexander soon enough are gonna do the honorable thing and actually attack. Just some skirt. You see that I'm moving most of my Cav and an extra unit of line to the flank. This is to just make sure these old guards won't go around and flank me, because I really don't like having to face with old guards, especially not when they're on my flank. That makes it all the worse. You see this often, that the guards are actually positioned on the flank, just as King did. They are a quite offensive unit, and they synergize very well with having a lot of cavalry, and cavalry has the most maneuverability on the flank. And aside from that, if you break through with the lifeguard foot, you kind of the enemy kind of has to face them, and then when they're on the flank, you're gonna have to turn your whole line. And you take a lot of extra fire from the middle again, and that's just a situation you don't want to be in. But you want to be your opponent in such a situation, so it's self-evident that you would place your elites on the flank. There's also some disadvantages though, because, well, often on most maps the flanks are actually quite open compared to the middle area. And so this can result if your lifeguards actually get charged by cavalry and you have to square, you're gonna take a lot of casualties from incoming bullets if the enemy infantry moves up. So I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit more. Okay, so here King gets some nice cover from the terrain from the first volley, but then the Ottoman troops have superior reload. So yeah, he's just gonna get basically gonna get boned here. I like his positioning. It's just like he doesn't have the numbers to pull this off, and especially with the Russian firepower, it's just very problematic to break through. And on top of that, we have Kenny the Great, getting these swords over here, and in case he does back up, he's just gonna get mowed down by the swords. So he really has to keep fighting now. Kenny knows this, so he's just gonna send in some extra cavalry to make it worse. So in order to help Kenny out, I see these lines of King moving up, so I put my grenadiers on the flank. I decided to square a bit prematurely here. I thought he would definitely notice it and charge me. He may have noticed it, but he didn't charge. So here we see a good charge on these Nasyam Credit infantry, really opening up this smart janissary, opening up the way to that smart janissary. But then the Nasyam Credit is actually gonna Nasyam Credit cavalry, of course, is actually gonna charge into the Moscow musketeers, causing the lifeguard Cossacks to counter-charge on the Ottoman cav. So here I charged my cav into their cav. I wanted to square, but I was too late. I thought the enemy cav would actually stick a little bit longer on my own hussars, but it didn't. Good thing that that I have fire support from this Nasyam Credit, and that my unit is actually a grenadier, so they don't really grab too much. So here Alexander moving his militia in so that he can move up his young guards soon enough. I decided to get a point-blank volley charge back, and this is really where you see the power of the Fusiliers coming into play. Great unit statistics, very good unit for taking position, firing a volley, and then charging back our walking yards. So I'm just gonna have this mounted Nasyam Credit fire down hell upon the enemy cav whilst I retreat my grenadiers. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot down these militia. So I noticed there was cavalry incoming to get these grants, so quickly I'm gonna charge into the old guard, resulting in Alexander actually screwing up his own young guard. So over here we see on the far hand flank the Ottomans are not really yet too engaged, but in the middle the Russians are crumbling, just outnumbered, outfired. Nothing King could do about
Our
that.
men are running, sir.
As he said, this game, Russia was probably not the best choice. And I think he's right, like defensive civilization, which is fine versus the Ottomans on most maps, but and the Ottomans having the bonus of actually not getting affected by that. You really see that, well, the mobility of Russia is really limited compared to the Ottomans, and the Ottomans have superior firepower, and these two factors really, just turn every battle on this map into Ottomans' favor, especially versus Russia. So I do notice these chasseurs moving up. I already positioned my advances. I think I will actually get the first volley. No, I do not get the first volley, but it's fine. So, turning around my German Fusiliers, I really want these two chasseurs to stop fighting at my light, because a 2v1 fight, even though I'm a little bit better positioned, it's just never gonna go your way. My lights getting charged. I'm not too bothered by this. I put them in guard mode. And they can take a little bit of a beating. So, force the lights back. Yes, I did force the lights back. Turning my German fusilier around again. So the middle is now officially crumbled for the Russian player. King will try and do the smart thing and move in on the lights. But as you see, he's just gonna be outnumbered soon enough. Even if he could hold this force, then there's gonna be a lot more coming for him. So at this point, most of the action is gonna be played out on this half of the map. Move my checks up just into position to get a good shot in from time to time. But making sure they can't be hit by the lights. So really, here where we look at the Young Guard, we see how they have just a tough time fighting my units. Why is this? Because they can't fire all the way along here. This is just blocked by the ridge, and if they would move up, then they're actually severely outnumbered. So they have to make use of this cavalry. But they can only do that when they stay into a line like this. If they would move up to my German and Hungarian, to face my German and Hungarian fusiliers that are positioned here, then they would actually still get shot by these from the flank. So they are really just forced to stay here. And yeah, shooting in this weird of an angle, it's just not as effective as having a straight line of fire. Good square by King here. So I noticed the old guards are probably gonna be moving in soon enough. So I sent my Archduke Legion there to just block them. Together with this light, that's the best way to face old guards, is you just position one of your units and then just outnumber the old guard. Make sure he runs into your range before you run into his. And then you should be able to outfire them. It's never gonna be quite effective. You don't have it's effective enough to be cost efficient, you know. And that's good enough versus France, because the old guard are really like a unit they want to be cost efficient. Because the cavalry is very strong but not like cheap, so that balances out. And I'm not sure, I had this the last time I was recording, my replay was just basically going crazy. My laptop is on a battery. That might be a problem. Although I don't think it is. Let me take a look on Steam. So yeah, this is basically useless. I think I will decide to split this up in 2 parts. So I'll keep you posted. Jimbo out for now.